part 3 here. I've saved my file, the where we ended on part 2. It's saved as mouse02. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, I will select the object here, and I'm going to press 1, and I'm going to select the front face right here on his head, and I want to basically create the eye. So let's see here. I want to possibly maybe just move some of these vertices down a little bit, just a little bit more. I'm not sure. Yeah, that still looks okay. Need a little bit more room here, and I'll select face. I'm going to hit extrude, and then I'll just click on this, any of the outside cubes, and then I'm going to click and drag on this light blue cube in the center. Okay. And then maybe we'll bring it in a little bit more because it's kind of got an oval shape to it. Okay. So let me hit extrude one more time. Push that in. And let's check this. Let's see what it looks like. Hit 3. Okay, not quite we wanted, but I can select these faces here, press R and scale them up, and then scale them in a little bit, making an oval shape. So something like that. That's pretty close. So now what I want to do is I'm going to check this and make sure that it's not destroying my geometry. Yeah, see, now there's a little bit of overlap here, so we don't want to do that. So I went a little bit too far. I don't want to go that far. Up here too. So I'm going to hit 4. Ooh, that's hard to see. I'm just working with the limitations here. So let's see what this looks like. So you can see it doesn't quite match up with my image, but it looks good to me. I think that's gonna work. I think it. Yeah. So let me just select this face right here. I'm not going to create a separate object for his eye, which is a standard procedure. I'm going to create a very simple eye, and that is to just scale in, extrude out, and then you've got your most basic eye. So if I hit 3, you can see. Okay, so that's all good. I'm going to hit 1. So now we've got one side of the character modeled, and now we can delete the other side and then mirror. So I'm going to go to the front panel here, right click, go to face. I'm going to select all the faces on the left side right here. Okay, and then I'm going to press delete. Right click, go to object mode. And right here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit, and then I'll go to duplicate special and go to the options right here. There's a little square, and go to the options box on duplicate special. So you want to check, make sure you're set to instance, and then you want to scale across. This is the x-axis, this is y, this is z. We want to mirror along the x-axis to -1. So this would be +1 going this way, -1 would be going this way. So I'm going to hit apply, and there's the other side. I'll hit close. Okay. So now we can, for example, extrude down his leg. So I'll select this face right here, and I'll press extrude, press W and go straight down, press R, scale these faces together, and then scale them in a little bit, and then I'm going to extrude down, and then I'll extrude down again, press R, scale in. So you can see right here, getting the beginnings of his leg, and I want to check the progress on this, so I'm going to go to object mode and hit 3 and just kind of take a look. What does it look like? It's pretty decent. The shape is a little bit funny, so I'm going to press 1 and let's go ahead and take this edge right here and push it in, and let's go to this vertex right here and push that in. Okay. So let me go back to object mode, press 3. That's looking a lot better. Okay. So I'm going to hit 1, go back to the face right here on the bottom, and I'm going to press extrude and go down. Go down to maybe about here, extrude again, this time to the ankle, and then extrude one more time all the way down to the bottom of the foot. Okay. Select this face right here and I'll extrude out. And let's go to the side view here. I'll go out to here. So as you can see, I'm not really following my drawing right here, and that's it. Basically I decided I want to change the shape of the leg. And I've already modeled this character once, and so I tried both ways, and I like this way better. Okay, so as the designer of the character, of course I can change it however I see fit. And the cartoon sketch that I did, I liked it, but you can always make changes. Alright, so okay, so we got some feet going here. I'm going to select maybe the sides here and extrude them out. Okay, let's take a look at this in smooth mode. And that's not bad. Okay. I'm going to hit 1. We'll just round this out a little bit. I'm going to go to edge, take these edges right here, and we'll just push them back. Maybe take these edges here, push them forward a little bit. Take these two edges here, and we'll scale them out just to round out the shape. And then maybe take this edge and this edge, push them down. Okay. Very basic foot. Press 3. I think we're good on this. Let's see. Let's take these faces here and extrude them back a little bit and scale them in. Yeah. And then let's do one more edge loop here. Let's see what this looks like. Alright. And then I'm going to hit 1, and let's add in another edge loop right in here maybe. Okay. Legs are pretty close to done, I think. Alright, let's do this. Let's do his arms. I'm let's go to my side view here. I'm going to double click on this edge right here, bring this down. Press R and scale out a little bit, and then I'm going to add in another edge loop here. Okay, so let me hit 1, and I'll press Q, double click on this edge loop. I'm going to move this down. Take this edge, push it over a little bit, push this back a little bit. Okay, so I'll take this face right here and I'm going to extrude it out, and I'm going to hit W and go straight out. Okay, so at this point I want this to be a square, so I'm going to take this edge right here and scale it in, and let's actually go to face here, scale this in. Trying to get that square shape, because what happens is a square shape will translate to a cylinder shape after we smooth it out. Okay, so if I hit 3, it'll give us a rounded shape, and it's not very visible right now, but I'm going to hit 1, select a face right here, and I'll extrude out again. And let's scale way down here. Go to this edge loop right here. So I'm going to double click on that edge, and then I can scale this down as well. Okay. Let's take a look at this now that I've got more of an arm sticking out here. You can see how the arm is taking shape there. Alright. So I'll hit 1, select the face right here. And we want to bring this out to his elbow, basically. And then we'll extrude again. Go out to the wrist. And then I'll extrude again. Okay, so I'm going to push this out, and then we need to transition from a square shape to more of a rectangle shape for the hand. Okay. And then I'll extrude out again. And let's scale this out this way. I'll extrude out again here. And then again, and this time scale in. So basically, what we're doing is, now I have 3 different faces so I can extrude out each of these faces for different fingers. And then over here we can extrude out a little thumb. Now I'm going to go to my top view and go to vertex here. And I'll extrude this out again. Okay, So I'm going to move the fingers so they're not quite so wildly splayed out. So I'm going to move this whole section in. Okay, so we really need to look at this in the smooth mode to kind of see how well we're doing. And the thumb is too far back. So probably what I'll do is I'll just go to face, delete this, and I'll append this. And I'll take this face right here, extrude that forward. Okay. So I'm going to push this stuff back. Hit 1 here because I'm getting too close to see, when you're working in the smooth mode, you can edit things in smooth mode, but it often creates problems in your geometry when you go back to your regular view. So you want to be careful. All right, let's take a look at it now. Okay, so I'm going to add in some edge loops kind of at the base of the fingers here. And let's see. Now that's kind of creating more something that's useful to us. Maybe these are a little bit too far in though. And I'm going to take this, push that back, and push it in. Okay, so the middle finger right here is just too large. So let's start with that. And let me move this loop in. And this face in. Hands are always they always take the longest time to get them the way you want them. So let's move that in. And let's see, let's go to face, move this down. That up a little bit. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to add more edge loops. And I will scale down each of these. And you can see the face probably needs to be pulled out a little bit here. Okay. Scale that down a little bit more. And then I feel like this face should come out a little bit. And the thumb is a little bit too long, so push that in a little bit. So I want to now check, make sure everything's okay. Take this edge right here, push that up a little bit. Okay, this face right here, this needs to be rotated a little bit, as do these edge loops. These faces here need to get tweaked over a little bit. Yep. So I'm going to go back to edge. Okay. Looking pretty good. So the hands were a little bit messy, but I finally got them kind of under control here. I'm going to hit 1 on the keyboard. I'm going to select both of these sides. Okay, so select one side, hold down Shift, select the other side. I'm going to go to Mesh and then Combine. Now I'm going to my front panel here. I'm going to right click, go to Vertex, and I'm going to select all the vertices going right down the middle here. So actually what I want to do is go to Display, Heads Up Display, Poly Count. So you see I have 84 vertices selected, and I want to go to Merge Vertices right here. Now I have 42. So I have successfully merged the vertices. There are now no duplicate vertices. Okay. Alright, so last thing I'm going to, there's actually two things we still need to do. The first is the tail, and then the second thing is the hair on top of his head. Okay. So I'm going to finish that up in the 4th video. So go ahead and save your work at this stage. So you're going to want to save it as mouse 03, and then we'll finish in part 4.